नमस्कार, मी शारदा गावडे. सध्या TU डेल्फ्ट या टेक्निकल युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये नेदरलँड्समध्ये मी मॅनेजमेंटचं शिक्षण घेत आहे. माझा इथलाच एक मित्र हेनरी रिचर्ड हा एरोस्पेस इंजिनिअरिंगचा पहिल्या वर्षाचा विद्यार्थी आहे. तो सध्या इथे मास्टर्स करण्यात आलेला आहे. या मुलाखतीत आपण त्याचं शिक्षण आणि त्याचे अनुभव याबद्दल जाणून घेणार आहोत. याआधी त्याने NASA, JPL सारख्या मोठ्या ऑर्गनायझेशन्ससोबत काम केलेलं आहे. तर जाणून घेऊया त्याचा प्रवास. हॅलो हेनरी, थँक यू फॉर मेकिंग टाइम अँड गिविंग दिस इंटरव्यू अँड अग्रीइंग फॉर इट. Today we would like to know more about your education, your background. We know that you are from USA, and we would like to know about your education first.
Yeah. So I went to the University of Southern California, USC, in Los Angeles, and I studied astronautical engineering there. And it took me 2 years until I got some research experience at USC, which allowed me to go work as an internship at NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is, if you don't know it, it's the one that sent the Mars rovers up. So they do some cool work, and I was able to work on a Venus project, sending a balloon to Venus to take measurements to see if potentially there could have been life there thousands or millions of years ago. That's most of my education, I would say.
It sounds so cool about sending a balloon to Venus and to finding out whether life existed there. What was the inspiration to get into JPL and what motivated you?
That's a good question. Yeah. Well, I grew up in a farm town, but I grew up next to a place where they launched a lot of rockets. It's like the second biggest in the US.
That's nice.
So I was able to see all the rockets go up and kind of think about what's going on, what are they sending up there, why are they doing that? And so just through researching, I became interested in space, science, and then working a little bit on the farm, I became interested in engineering, and I was really lucky to get into a good school like USC that let me actually study what I wanted to work on. So I would say that's the inspiration.
So the dream that you saw as a child while growing up near to a town in USA where rockets were being launched.
Yes.
So that was the inspiration.
Yes.
So your inner child made you to go to USC and then send a balloon to Venus.
Yes, the inner child's still here.
Yeah, that's so nice. And I think that's what brings you here to TU Delft.
Yes, for sure.
And even before starting with your TU Delft inspiration, I would like to know about your work that you did for NASA.
Ooh, the research?
Yes.
Yeah, so the way that I kind of got into JPL was that I was already doing research with a different NASA facility in San Francisco, and that was for essentially letting multiple spacecraft come close to each other and maybe build larger space structures. That was what my research was in, which let me get the Venus project, which then let me get into TU Delft now. And it kind of all built on the education that I had gotten from USC. So that's, my 2 NASA projects have been the large spacecraft assembly and the Venus mission.
So your education led you to, it's your inspiration and foundation wherein it took you to JPL and NASA.
Yes, for sure.
And so I heard that you also worked for the ISS, that is International Space Station.
Yes.
Can you please tell us in short how was it working for ISS?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you don't get to see, a television screen that has the inside of the ISS on it every day. So doing missions with the ISS is really cool. That was for the research for large spacecraft assembly. So you get to, be on the line with the astronauts and have to tell them where they want to set everything up. And it's really cool to see how that works and how organized everything is there.
So what I saw on TV, you actually saw it every day of how ISS functions from inside.
Yes.
Have you ever met any astronaut in real life?
At the beginning of every mission, well, actually, one of the professors at USC is an astronaut.
Oh, that's
so I was able to meet him,
nice.
which was really cool. But at the beginning of every mission, they also say, thank you to Henry and all the people who are on the project. They say everyone by name, They say it's really exciting to be working with you guys, and it's really nice to be able to have that
That's nice.
contact.
Yeah, so we can say that you worked on building systems that could actually make huge or more or expand the International Space Station. So like constructing a space structure with your technology
Yes.
that you were building.
Exactly.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, so what was the inspiration to join TU Delft for your masters?
Yeah.
And what are your plans ahead, or
Yeah.
what is your ultimate goal?
They're both kind of connected, because my ultimate goal is to help in like putting human presence on the moon permanently. And the way that I think best we could do that is robotic systems for developing infrastructure on the moon. And TU Delft, luckily for me, has a really great research program for exactly that. So that's the reason that I applied to TU Delft. Along with, actually, I heard about TU Delft from a coworker at JPL. So it kind of all ties back together, and that JPL got me to TU Delft, but also it coincides with an interest.
That's good to hear. So your ultimate goal, I think it's really very fascinating to have a permanent settlement in Moon. It sounds like a dream to me, but I hope with your dedication and hard work and intellect, you will make it possible. Maybe I might come to visit you all
you're more than welcome. I'll pull some strings.
Even imagining about all these things happening, it's a very fascinating thing, and I hope all your juniors and even the people who are watching this interview get inspired. I could say that from your journey, your education, your dream as an inner child, and your current path is all going to help you achieve your ultimate goal. And it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for such an inspiring talk.
Of course. I'm happy to help.
I hope your words inspire a lot of people.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.